How we doing, guys? Jay here from Just Technics. Here today I have another set of Mark IIs for you. So 1210 Mark IIs with some lovely premium upgraded MasterSounds Linear external power supplies. Very, very nice indeed. Come at a very high cost, as you can imagine. Obviously the best is expensive. And we've got two of them. Very rare that I'm asked to install external power supplies for DJs, but this is the way it's going now. Doing excellent. So very, very nice condition all over. Platters have been polished, as you can clearly see here. Lovely and shiny. We've then got SMD upgraded warm white pop-up lighting. It's my SMDs, all custom made by yours truly. The operation base has been completely refreshed. 33 LED, 45 LED, tactile switches have been replaced. The 4 LEDs within the strobe towers have also been replaced. Start and stop button, 33 and 45 switch, tower, everything's stripped down, deep cleaned. Operation base assembly, the black plastic section that you see here, has all been stripped down, deep cleaned, re-greased in areas and done. So not just your usual brush over the top of a bit of foam cleaner, everything is stripped down when it comes in with me. So we've gone over obviously the SMD output on this. The surround has been polished, strobe has been polished, sorry, the tower's been polished. Pitch area, we have a genuine black Technics pitch trim on both turntables. We've got replacement or replaced under shader cloth on both turntables. Rectangular felt underneath the pitch knob also replaced. The original pitch unit has been rebuilt and placed onto a brand new housing assembly with fresh grease and fresh new stem. So it feels like new. The original carbon track and the board is in lovely condition on both units. So we've rebuilt them, recalibrated, and it functions beautifully. Not a lot of use on these. Arm assemblies on both turntables, again, fully stripped down, fully rebuilt. Pivots polished. Arm assembly threads have all been deep cleaned. All the green and brown and black gunk has all been removed. Fresh grease, beautiful, working exactly as expected. Bearings are in fully working condition along with the pivots with no damage. Anti-skate functioning exactly as it should. And yeah, looks very, very nice. Tube polished, socket cap polished, pins in fantastic condition. I don't know if you can see them here on the video. Lovely stuff. We've still got the original foam underneath the 45 adapter as well, so I'll put this back exactly as it was given to me. 45 adapters have also been polished on both turntables. Beautiful. Spindle has been machine polished, rebuilt, obviously re-oiled, running exactly as expected. Mainboard reflowed with solder, deep cleaned, new thermal paste, new diodes, new oscillator crystal, various different resistors, including the resistors to change the output for the LEDs. Very, very important. If you do not change the correct resistors, the output for the LEDs will be too bright. I've said this so many times before, where it looks like you have to wear sunglasses because they're just too bright. Mainly with the 3345 and the pitch LED. Green LEDs, you don't really need to worry about that. If you've got diffused LEDs, that's fine. The output is pretty much exactly the same. But if you're putting clear LEDs on any of these, you really do need to change the resistance. Super, super important. And it's pure laziness on part of technicians that do not do this, because everybody wants a turntable back they can actually use without damaging their eyes, let's be honest. But yeah, as you can see, they're in very, very nice condition. They're cleaned up very well indeed. Plinth has been deep cleaned to an inch of its life. Same thing goes for the rubber bases as well. The feet surrounds have obviously been machine polished, like I do with all of my turntables, so they're lovely and clean. And then we've got these power supplies. So MasterSounds Linear power supplies. These are the best premium external power supply that you can get here from MasterSounds if you're in the UK. They're made within the UK as well, I believe. Very, very simple installation. So for those of you out there that are looking at buying a pair of these for your turntables, or you want to buy a single power supply just for a listening turntable, very easy to install. Just make sure that you follow the instructions. I didn't need to use them, but follow the instructions. Very simple installation. 2 wires, one of them with a ground fork on the end. The other wire solders directly onto the main board and replace the regulator on top of the board. Very, very, very simple. But yeah, if you get it wrong, it's going to cost you a lot of money because you're not blowing various different components. But either way, very simple installation if you're good with a soldering iron. You also save yourself a couple of power supplies too, so they're worth a little bit of money now. So everything that's been taken out of these decks has been put securely in bags, put back in boxes to give back to my customer. So we've got the original power supplies. Obviously the switch is attached to the power supply as well with the fuse board. So the only downside to having these power supplies, unless you buy one that has the facility for use with the on-off switch, is that the on-off switch does not function because there's no physical switch here to actually align the cog or anything to tell the turntable to turn off. Now I'm sure you can manually wire them in, but this isn't the case here. This is simply a power switch on the back, power it on, power it off. You've got the connection cable here going to the back of the turntable. The connection plug at the back looks identical to the original with a bigger hole cut out with the 2-pong connector that screws in the back. So it's a very simple installation as long as you are quite savvy with your electronics or if you're good with a soldering iron. They do come with coloured instructions, all photographed as well, but it is really a simple installation. So if you've got a really nice condition Technics that you're using for listening purposes, or you want a DJ with a couple of really expensive power supplies, then these are what you go for, guys, in the UK. But they're ready to rock and roll. There's nothing needed on here. Got custom audio cables, custom grounding cable. I'd normally say custom power cables, but obviously we don't need them with this because these are already custom enough as you can buy. They're MasterSounds. So we've got the external power supplies here, boxes of parts from my customer, lots of bits that he can recoup his money on, get himself a couple of really nice cartridges, but obviously he already does. We've got one Autophon nightclub here for testing that is provided, so I've been using that to test these turntables out alongside my Autophon and Reloop Concords. And yeah, sound is beautiful on this, very, very minimal noise. Well, there isn't any noise at all. You can have the volume up at full blast, you get the usual hiss, but no ground hum, no nothing at all, no interference. So you've got a very nice output of audio. But these are ready to rock and roll. Nothing needed. We've got a couple, I say nothing needed, we've got a couple of custom slip mats that are going to be printed and popped onto these. Still got to confirm with my customer exactly what he wants, but I'm not giving these back to him without any slip mats. Don't get any thoughts, guys, if you're going to send turntables in me. If you give them to me without slip mats, you're going to get slip mats free of charge. This customer is, though. He's a lovely guy. And yeah, these need slip mats. All that's left to do now, like I say, is the slip mats. Give them another little quick clean over, because even since sitting these here ready for the video, they've accumulated a bit of dust and a few little marks on here from my old slip mats. I want to get these all off and cleaned. But yeah, very, very expensive, but a well worthwhile investment for those of you out there that are in the market for some high-end upgrades. As you'll all be aware by now, I've disabled the comments on all of my videos, well, all of the newer videos moving forward. So if anyone's got any general questions about these turntables, if you want to book them in for servicing, if you've actually got these power supplies at home and you'd like me to install them, you are more than welcome to send me over a message. You can go on the website, so justtechnics.co.uk. You can book in online. Bookings at the moment, there's a couple that have come through today for the beginning of April, but I think the second week of April onwards, the April dates are going, but they're fully booked until April of next year. So if you expect to get in with me this year, I'm very, very sorry, it's not going to happen. But yeah, any questions, fire us over an email. I'll try and get back to you as soon as I can. Thanks for watching, everybody. I'll see you on the next video later this week.